I don't know when was the last time I asked my kid, how was your day? I get scared to ask my girl that because then she just rambles. With her, I have to be like, get back on your phone, get back on your phone, go do your thing. Hello, namaste. This is the Mom Thread by Parade where we take on what's trending. I'm Zarna Garg. Namaste.
And I'm Laura Bell Bundy.
We love our kids, obviously, but we can also admit that they're not perfect. You know, whining, back talking, the stuff that makes you want to go, like ham on the fam. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. I've been dealing with it all day. Here's the thing that's interesting. You have teenagers, and I have a toddler.
Yes.
But I have a 3-year-old, and the thing that I'm hearing that 3-year-olds are called is three-nager. And I think it really is like the asserting of independence, and he just wants to do what he wants to do. And it's irrational. It's irrational. I mean, he's becoming more rational than he was when he was 2, but now he has a lot more words, so he is more like a teenager because he can say, no, I'm not going to do that. So it's like sassy, a little sassiness is coming in.
Oh my God. The teenagers, the tweens, I have a 10-year-old, I think 10 and a half. I think he's officially a tween. It's a constant set of pushback, and my kids are old enough. You know, when the kids are old enough to Google their own info on what I'm saying, when they're little, you can say, well, mom said this and that's the rule. But when they're a little bit older, it's all about, I'm going to ask my friends, I'm going to check TikTok. I'm going to check TikTok if breakfast is the best meal of the day.
Anyway, in the weeks to come, try and remember that, that skank! No way!
Okay, so we love our kids. We love our toddlers and we love our teenagers, but there are some behaviors that make us hit our limit. So we are going to watch some clips about, some kids that are really pushing their parents' buttons. We're going to talk about how long we would last, shall we?
Yes.
Ashton, what do you want to drink, honey?
I don't care.
Ashton, put the game down and order your food.
Can we just have 1 minute?
Yeah,
I'm
no
so
problem.
Sorry.
No worries.
Ashton.
Ashton, your mother's talking to you. Can you put the game down?
I don't know. I mean, you are the parent with the tween and the teenager.
Yes. This is what we have to look forward to. It's very accurate. It's at home too, by the way. They were in a restaurant, at least. I find it easier to ignore in a restaurant, but even at home, non-stop. But here's the thing, Laura. I've heard of people who have like no phone on the dinner table policies, but my phone is always there. And usually one of the 3 kids is not home. Like one kid is out somewhere, another kid is at a game or something, and I need to be plugged in at all times in case they need me. So I feel like a hypocrite because I can never put my phone away. And honestly, it's just for the work. I mean, I check Insta too, but like we won't talk about that. You know what I mean?
Right. I don't know. I don't know how this would be. I know from my perspective that if I'm bringing an iPad to a restaurant for a 3-year-old, it's just because I need to be able to eat. This is a teenager. This
Right.
teenager is not going to make me feel like I can't eat.
I feel like if there's no plan, if it's like just empty dead air on the dining table, the kids just don't know what to do. They gravitate back to the electronics. Like I have to set the stage and be like, we are here because we're going to talk about, let's say, your curriculum for next year. Like it can't be a general like, how was your day? I don't know when was the last time I asked my kid, how was your day? I think he would be like, fine. That's the most you get out of the boys. And I get scared to ask my girl that because then she just rambles. Like with her, I get micro details that my head spins. I'm like, I do not need to hear about the party where she wore the same top as the other kid and then the 2 girls started crying. With her, I have to be like, get back on your phone, go do your thing.
Record that, please. Record that, please. I got you. Fine, stand in the way at least. Like, pretend.
Yeah, I need to take a Xanax after watching that.
Yeah. But did you notice how calm that mom was? She had a baby on her hip, and she's like, whatever, she's like, okay, that would probably be me, because if it's that hysterical, I would be frozen. I would be like, okay, I'm just gonna stand here until you exhaust yourself and you can't do this anymore.
Exactly. I'm sitting to say, great show. Great show. You did such a good job. I felt all the anger and the passion in that scene. Let's try it one more time. Let's go back to the beginning where you saw the toy for the first time. I want to feel what the emotion was there. Why did you need it so much? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about your motivation here in this scene.
Can we have a pool, Dad? 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 Can we have a pool, Dad?
I gotta say, I kind of break down a little bit if my son is really, really hammering a point like that. I mean, like, can I have this snack? Can I have this snack? Can I have this snack? Can I have this snack?
Okay, yeah, absolutely. The third time they say it, you're like, have it, take it. You know what the thing is? The strategy is to keep hammering at it and get something. They know they might not get the elephant, but they might get the puppy.
Yes.
So coming out of the videos that we just watched, one of the reasons I think that teens and toddlers are so tough is because they are testing out their independence. In their minds, they're mini adults and they want to check how far the boundaries can go, Here's the question, like, if they were in charge, what rules would we let them make? What would be the rules? Like, for example, eating breakfast. What would be a breakfast time rule that your kid would want?
Okay, my kid would not eat breakfast, would turn the TV on, then would go and get Pez, like a Pez dispenser, and basically eat candy. A ton of juice, just chugging orange juice.
Same. I think my kids would skip breakfast. The older kids just don't seem interested. But it's such a battle. The older kids, they're like, I'm not hungry. I want to have a cup of coffee. And I know it's a mistake. Every school tells us parents and they need to come in having eaten a good breakfast. And yet it's like they think it's cool. They think it's cool to just grab a cup of coffee and go to school. But what about something sticky like bedtime? What rule would your son want at bedtime? In my house, there would be no rule. They would be like, the first rule of bedtime is that there is no bedtime.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Because my son will do anything to lengthen the amount of time it takes in that bedtime routine. Oh, I gotta go downstairs and say goodnight to anybody. Oh, I need some water. Oh, I need this. I'm hungry.
What about cleaning up? Do you have rules about cleaning up with him right now? Because I've tried. I've given up. I'm like, my house is a mess. I just live with a mess. I don't know what else to do.
Here's the thing. He thinks his fake little mop is cute. And his fake Dyson vacuum cleaner is cute. It doesn't do anything. I try to tell him to clean up his toys. It doesn't have. It would be everywhere. Someone would be breaking a leg if I wasn't behind him, like cleaning all the little tchotchkes up.
But you know what's interesting? My kids don't love cleaning up. They'll do the basics. But if their friends are coming over, they're very conscious. If their friends are coming over, it's like the room is like suddenly it's sparkling. Now I'm like, you know what? Call a friend every day if that's what it's gonna take.
Absolutely. Sarna, we talk a lot about keeping our cool on the mom thread, and I'm curious how you do that so you don't go fully ham on the fam.
I find myself just going to my room and shutting the door a lot more as I've gotten older, because my first instinct is to start reacting and yelling, and I'm like, if I just remove myself from the situation for even a minute, I find that it calms me down. I sit on my bed, I'm like, you know what, is this even worth the fight? But what do? How do you check yourself? I mean, you have it harder because you can't leave a 3-year-old in a room alone and just walk out.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I've been taken captive because even though this teenager is driving me crazy, I can't leave the room in case something happens to him. But I do say to my husband, I'm tapping out here. I do a lot of sighing, and my husband calls them SPMs, sighs per minute. He's like, ooh, the SPMs are up. My husband will give me crap about it, but I'm like, listen, sighing is better than screaming.
Elaine Lee, will you do me the honor of giving me parenting advice?
Of course, I'd love to. The key was confusing the child. If he got an A, sometimes I'd act happy and sometimes I'd be displeased. He never knew what was coming, so he worked even harder.
So instead of no praise, inconsistent praise. I love it.
Try it and report back.
Big thanks for watching, and if you want to hop on the mom thread, please join us in our comment section. Like, subscribe, follow. We'd love to hear from you. We want to know what you're doing in your house. Thank you for watching. I'm Zarna Garg. Namaste.
And I'm Laura Bell Bundy. Have a good one.